AOA podcast.
Here we are.
Frankie C. How are you?
Doing all right. Hanging in there. Got my my Bloody Mary.
Oh, is that what that is? It looked thick what you're drinking in a tiki mug.
It is thick, and it is a tiki mug. This tiki mug.
Disney World right now? What is happening?
This was from anybody, I don't know where they existed, but Joe's Crab Shack.
Oh, that's your place.
I loved that place. There was one near me. It closed down, but they had a promotion. Every time you buy any alcoholic drink in Joe's Crab Shack, like the first couple of months that it was open, they give you a free tiki glass, and it's a good quality. I have like 10 of them in my cabinet.
You got a whole set? You got
a whole set? Yeah.
Nice.
So that's where these came from, and then they closed them down. I don't know.
Well, that's why there's no Crab Shack. They're giving away glasses, and also I heard people were stealing salads. So those two things is hard to survive.
It's not easy in that kind of a world. Stop giving away. I mean, these are not cheap glasses either. These are.
That feels big enough that it should have its own box and co-hosting position on the podcast.
Right? Look at this thing. It's amazing. I can love it.
Put the mic in front of it and move your head. It'll make a whole person. Here's my thought. What's the deal with What's the deal with Bloody Mary mix?
What's the deal with palm fronds? I don't know.
All right, we're off to a great start. Lots of stuff to talk about on this episode, including Jeffrey Epstein's house, which just sold. Taylor Swift's dad slugged a paparazzi, apparently.
Wow.
Allegedly, supposedly, and whatnot. KFC is introducing the Chizza, as if Italians didn't have enough to deal with. Did have a question today, which I wanted to pose to the audience. I saw Leave the World Behind. Did you see this movie?
No. Wait a minute. Yes. The one with Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts.
Yes. Did see that.
After the AI talk on Friday's episode, we have to talk about this.
We'll talk about that. I saw a movie that I don't think anybody's ever heard of that I really liked, and I recommend.
Ooh, bonus early in the week flicks picks there. I love that.
Yeah.
And of course, we got a fresh blind top 5 for you, all that and more with the tiki glass coming up on this episode. Anything tiki makes me feel like I'm on vacation.
That's why I'm using. That's why we use them. We just because it's very festive and fun. And
it is fun.
Life. How bad can life be if you're holding a tiki glass?
Yeah, I mean, not too bad.
Can you picture me delivering you bad news while holding this?
No.
Like, Anthony, your cat died.
I'd be like, oh, but look at this fun mug.
Hey,
look at the glass I got. Yeah.
All right.
You got to do one of these. Hey, Ann, your cat died. Like that.
Yeah. I'll come up with a better tiki voice.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, the tiki voice needs some work, right, from the both of us.
Plus, all right, not to go off the tangent here, but this, anybody who's ever seen this Bloody Mary mix, I don't make, I'm not Tom Cruise from Cocktail. I don't know what I'm doing at the bar.
I wish you were.
Right. But I happened to spot this Bloody Mary mix that has, what the hell is that seasoning called? Old Bay seasoning in it.
Oh, you love that.
It's miraculous. It's got the nice little spice in there, a little kick. Usually when I have not usually, but sometimes when you get a Bloody Mary, it tastes like either cocktail sauce or tomato juice, and it doesn't taste like that. It's really good. So, recommend.
I don't know what it is. If it's Convict Donald or Convict Donald, I'm not even sure.
I think it's, I don't know. I think it's Convict.
Okay. Well, he's on TikTok and he likes to pull clips from the show. I hope he pulls that description that you just said and takes off the tail part.
What do you mean?
You said it tasted like cocktail sauce. But you really you emphasized the first part of that word.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
So I feel like I should flash his name on the screen.
Oh, well.
Just in case.
It happens.
Just in case he mixes it. It'll be like our little bat signal. Let's just flash this. Hey, there was a previous clip. Just go back a couple seconds.
Go for it, man. That doesn't bother me. Ain't scaring me.
Yeah, no, who doesn't love a little cock taste every now and then? No big deal.
What else?
Doesn't make you a bad person.
I can't wait to find out what a chizza is.
Yeah,
because if it's cheese pizza, we already got that.
No, it's worse.
It's worse?
Yeah.
Chorizo.
Let's no, that would be divine. Why haven't we gotten a chorizo on a pizza yet? How's that not? Is because chorizo's a Spanish thing and pizza's an Italian thing? I'd love to get those two together.
I feel like we've crossed over.
Fusion is the future of everything because if you're like me, you just bore of anything. And as soon as somebody comes along and goes, you know, those two cultures that you love, I just put them together.
Yeah,
I'm on board for that.
There's a sushi pizza. I don't know if I'd go for that, but that's apparently a thing.
Uncle Glory Hole took us a couple of weeks ago. I haven't really talked about this. I have a video of it that I got to put out. Took us to this Japanese Spanish fusion place. I'm like, who's fusing Japanese and Spanish? It was
brilliant people.
Yeah, it was delightful. It was fucking delightful. Everything was amazing. Everything was amazing. Anyway,
well, I gotta get something to eat after this.
You do.
We do this every show.
You look famished. You look like you could use a bite. Jeffrey Epstein's house, Frankie C, in Paris, just sold for $8.2 million.
What poor son of a bitch bought that?
Some investor. It's not some poor son of a bitch. It's some smart asshole who's going to make more money.
What is he going to hopefully demolish it?
Something else. I'll tell you what, the place is fucking gorgeous.
Oh, I'm sure. What is it? 8.2 mil?
8.2 mil. Yeah, but it's French money. What do they got over there? It's got the little
Euro?
weird backwards E thing.
Euro?
I don't know. I'm American, man. I have pride in America. I'm not going to learn other people's money.
You can have pride in America and learn other people's money. There's nothing stopping that.
Communism. That's a communist thing. That's the easiest way to... You know what the other money is around the world. You're a communist.
All right.
That's what I say.
That's a little ridiculous.
It is a luxurious French flat near the Arc de Triomphe landmark.
Yeah, Arc de Triomphe. Now, a second ago, you're talking about fusion with other cultures and Japanese and Spanish, but if you know the other money.
Well, for food, that's the difference.
Food is the exception. Okay.
You confuse other cultures, just put it in American dollar amounts. My only.
I think we need an earth money. We just need one. I don't care what it is, what we call it. We need one currency for everybody, just so we're all on the same page with what everything's worth.
It's called Bitcoin. We have it already. People use it to buy.
Nobody uses that.
Bad things on the internet. Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's using that.
Nobody's taking Bitcoin at the deli. That's how you know you have a currency is when you can get a turkey sandwich with something. That's money.
Right. You can't just. I mean, I don't know how many different forms of money there are, how many different currencies, but if we could all just get on the same page, just pick one. I don't care which one it is. We all learn it. We all use it. Wouldn't that be way easier?
It would be. It would be. And I'm down with that as long as it's the American dollar because I'm no trader.
Okay.
So I love my country. By the way, I have to say this too. Here we come with one of Ant's random thoughts because I have a lot of them. I feel like there's a lot running around in the old brain there. You don't have to put any sort of American flag / bald eagle on the back of your pickup truck. It's redundant. You've purchased a pickup truck in America. We get it. It doesn't. I don't know what it is about people who buy pickup trucks that go, man, I can't wait to get an American flag and bald eagle on the back of this sumbitch. It's gonna be amazing.
Are there non-American pickup trucks? I'm sure there are.
Yeah, Toyota has one. I think Honda has one. There's a couple of them. Feels like Chevy though, and is the big one. Chevy and Ford. Ford they got a lot of pickups, but I don't know what it is about people who buy pickup trucks that they're like, I've got to get a bald eagle on the back of this in the window immediately. Like, do they sell you that in the store? Are they like?
I think it comes with.
And
Once you get your title, they slide it across the desk. Here's the title to your new pickup truck. Here's your eagle decal, your American flag decal. Go nuts.
I think it's part of a package. I think it's if you get the sunroof, you get the bald eagle. But if you want to upgrade to the wider moonroof, then we can put the whole full American flag package for you.
That's something.
Just America. Just, it's, I don't know. It's weird. It's the only vehicle where we feel the need to show the pride of our country on. Nobody buys a minivan and goes, I can't wait to put a bald eagle on the back of this thing with a fucking flag waving behind it, just all majestic looking. Nobody does that with a minivan.
I've never seen a minivan with that. Yeah, I've seen. I feel like I've seen a regular like car, just a sedan with like the bald eagle and stuff on the back. Also, Jeeps have the that tire cover.
Yes.
In the back.
Yes.
A lot of bald eagles and flags on that.
There are a lot. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
How did we get on this?
I can't.
America.
Yeah, well, I drive around where I live, and there's just an overabundance of pickup trucks with American culture on the back.
Hey, people could put, as long as it isn't, obscene crap. Put whatever you want on your car. I saw someone with all right, not to make judgment here, but I myself would never put a curse word on my car. Would you?
No.
I saw F, and then it was like, I forget, it was either Joe or Biden. I forget which one it was.
Right.
And it said the full word. I was like, what? Come on, if you want to say F and maybe like $, ampersand, whatever, that's a little better. But the full word, fuck Biden, I was like, come on.
Yeah, no
need.
I'm of the generation of I don't want anybody. Oh, was that Janine? Were you pulling out of Janine's driveway when you saw that?
Probably Janine. Yeah.
Where I don't want people to know what I'm thinking. I feel very Godfather-ish, and when he smacks the son and he goes, "I'll never tell anybody outside the family what you're thinking." That's what I feel like a bumper sticker is. It's like, here's what I'm thinking, everybody, and I don't need people to know that. I mean, they could tune into this for that. Yeah, back of my car.
That's like, you scroll around on like Facebook or whatever, and you see these ads for T-shirts, and they have big curses on them. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't wear it. Hey, if you want to wear free speech,
I would wear a shirt with a curse on it. That I would personally do.
Would you?
Yeah, that doesn't really bother. I mean, I guess it also depends on where you're going too. You can't wear that to Disneyland. That wouldn't be fun.
You'd wear that around your house with the kids and everything?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about I had kids.
Yeah, you got kids, man. Walking around.
Oh, I gotta get rid of them. It's too much. I tell my kids to go to bed every night. It's hard to get them to go to bed because I go, you got to grow. That's when you grow, which is true. It's not a lie. You grow at night. I go, you got to grow. You got to get to bed. So tonight I was like, you have to clean up before you go to bed because they leave little messes. Here's what I learned as a parent. A little 5% of a mess every night turns into a quarter of your house being a nightmare at the end of the week, So I'm trying to get them to clean up a little bit every night. So I'm telling my son to clean up, and he's like, but I have to grow. I have to get to bed and grow.
I have to grow.
I'm like, I can't take it anymore.
That's smart.
Oh, my goodness.
That is smart. Hey, listen, if you got, it could be, if you put a curse on your shirt or your whatever. It's very, what's the word? It's very, not jarring, but like, it's like, oh, it's very surprising.
It'll wake you up. Yeah. It'll wake you up a little bit.
Geez. Okay. Just shocking.
This is a big comment. This comment's so big. I can't even see Frank.
Oh my God.
I feel like, can you run your eyes as I read? Look at the Tiki guy. From Russ. And always been a big fan of Anthony. Was listening to you stuck in traffic on Sunrise Highway on my way to work at 7 a.m. the day Chris Cornell died. That was one of the worst days in my life, Russ. That was a rough one. What the fuck did you turn into? An anti-American? And your boy is a liberal Trump-hating dope. Yes. I
agree with all
that's
those.
That's true. That is Frank. You nailed Frank.
It's fine. I got no problem.
Keep living in this shit show you Dems created. I'm done with you, Ant, and your anti-American bullshit. Was it the bald eagle on the back of the pickup truck that was the problem?
I think
Because I thought that
was it.
Relatively tame.
I thought that was anti-decal. I didn't think that was anti-American.
Yeah, it was more anti-decal than anti-American. I'm going to agree with you on that. And as far as the liberal dope, we also have J-Sabs to balance it out on the other side, right? J-Sabs. I mean, that's what you're here for.
I was going to say, well, he didn't say anything about me, so I'm okay.
Well, you're not on the show yet. Let's give it a minute and see if he says something about you after, whatever you have to say.
Yeah, usually they follow "I hate Frank" with, but that J-Sabs is all right, which is, that's the formula of the show, isn't it?
All right.
Yeah. The Epstein, they're asking about the Epstein house in the chat.
I can't hear you, Frank. The quote's blocking you. Go, like you're coming out of water. You got to take a breath. You got to breathe. You got to talk above the. Oh, people listening are not going to get it at all. Well, Russ, I'm sorry you hate me now, but I don't know.
Join the club.
What am I going to? Yeah, you're not the first person. You're not going to be the last. I mean, get behind my wife. She runs that fan club.
Vicky too.
You missed what? Oh, Vicky too. Yeah,
what was she saying?
Vicky hates me too.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of hate, but I think people don't realize about your jokes and like how you joke about things, and
like everything is a joke.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what people don't have sense of humor.
You don't like Trump. I'm fine with him. I don't have any issues with him. I don't know.
You have no issues with Trump.
Well, I got some. Listen, I got issues with everybody. I got problems with a lot of people.
You don't have issues with convicted sex offender Trump.
I don't hate him like you do, but I also don't wave his flag.
The guy's a giant piece of shit.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not gonna.
Point to one thing that proves otherwise. Point to one thing that proves otherwise.
I have a question. I hope this is Ant's thoughts and that you guys went through 1, 2, 3.
We're just running around.
No, we're all over the map.
Let me wrap up Epstein's house. The thing sold for $2 million less. Nobody wanted to buy it, but some rich.
He still got screwed.
Yeah, I know. I don't think you can tear it down though, because it is a gorgeous building. It's it's a shame. I can't show you the pictures because they're Getty images, and they'll take one of my children, let alone sue me. But which now that I think about it, here, hold on, let me hold this up for everybody.
Yeah, you got 2 kids.
It's the house where they shot the infamous photo of Virginia Roberts when Andrew had his arm around her. When they showed him the picture, he's like, I don't remember that. That's not me. They were like, no, this is
definitely you.
Yeah, so that's that. Taylor's dad, they're in Australia. They're coming out of a place.
With Taylor?
With Taylor. Little altercation, supposedly. Taylor's dad
popped the guy.
Now, it's hard to kind of tell because the paparazzi, they're so full of shit. And I have a lot of photographer people. Am I good? I wasn't sure if Janine wanted me to put her on just there for a sec.
Well, I was trying to get someone.
I have a lot of photographer people, friends, and they're nice people who scope out places and take pictures of celebrities. But most of them are really big dicks.
Okay.
And I'm sure that's what this guy was, because I can't imagine Taylor Swift's dad being like on the prowl looking for a fight.
Nope, no crying.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine. There had to be some kind of words, obviously exchanged back and forth. Do we know this? We don't know the story. What happened?
He was accused of assaulting a photographer at Sydney's ferry wharves, according to news.com.au. You gotta appreciate those Australians. They're aware of the .com, and they're like, can you put a .au at the end so we know it's Australia?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know why it's not just why can't it just be why does it have to be AU as well?
Because they want to show some pride. Local police didn't confirm that it was Taylor Swift's dad, but a 71-year-old man allegedly assaulted a 51-year-old man at the Neutral Bay Wharf at about 2:30 a.m. New South Wales police said in a statement. The alleged victim, who reported the incident, did not require any medical treatment. The paparazzi Ben McDonald of Matrix Media Group. Was that? Oh no. Okay, never mind. You told me the name. Never mind. I got really panicked there that it was the Never
Place
mind.
we were aware of. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he told the Sunday Morning Herald that he was left with a sore left chop. Following the altercation, but suffered no serious injuries.
What part of the body is the chop?
I don't
is it
know.
Like the mutton chop, or is it like a pork chop where it's like the lower back?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I was hoping Oceani would be here to translate, but I don't know if she's in the live chat yet.
I haven't seen her yet. The chop. I'm guessing mutton chop area, the jaw. Right, the chops.
Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Could be, right? But I'll say this, and this brings me to one of my points. Taylor Swift's dad should be able to knock the fuck out somebody on occasion. Just like kind of how like Sonny trashed the guy's camera in the beginning one at the wedding. He just slams the camera and just fucking throws down some cash. Taylor's bringing in enough money that her dad could whack a fucking photographer and just throw some money down.
Yes. I mean, what kind of lawsuit would that? Big, right?
Yeah, big.
Now, should the lawsuit amount reflect the worth of the person involved?
It shouldn't, but I feel like it does.
Same crime committed by two different people. Now, if it's a poor person that assaulted someone, they're not going to be penalized millions of dollars.
Right. Like if I get lucky one day to knock somebody out, what are they going to get out of me? $50?
If that.
A couple of cards, a couple of AOA cards. I mean, there's not much here.
Worth it.
There's not much here. But I feel like if I had Taylor Swift's fuck you money, I would probably be taking some swings at some people, especially if I had some of the big bodyguard. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, but then all you're doing is making them rich.
It's true.
You know, if you want to hit someone, if you're a billionaire, I'd let you slug me for a few $1 million.
Yeah.
You know? And everybody's going to be,
but that's what
coaxing you along.
I think they act like bigger assholes around people who have a ton of money because they know they have to
get hit. It's a big payday.
But I think if your net worth is like 4 million or 6 million, something that you got to kind of hold on to for a while to live off of, you got to be careful. But if you are close to a billionaire, swing away, my friend. What's the sign to swing away? I don't even know what it is.
I think it's different every time. Still, you're not careful. They get you for everything you got. All of a sudden, you lose half your worth. There you go. Erin in the chat. She's going to write a song, Sore Left Chop. Love it. Look what you made him do. Yeah, no, I mean, you're worth a lot of money. You got to watch out because people are looking to get popped by you and take a big chunk of your worth.
All right, back to random thoughts. Do you think this is a legit question? I want your opinion. I like J Sab's opinion. Maybe we should let J Sab's go first. Ladies first.
Does this have to do with the Chizza? Because otherwise, I don't really.
No, we'll get to the Chizza.
All right.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think we should be allowed to kill 3 people a year.
So you're in favor of the Purge?
I'm kind of in favor of the Purge from this standpoint. It can't be stalkerish. It can't be too premeditated.
Well, how are you gonna? You're ridiculous.
I think you should get 3 people a year, and I'm wondering if we'd actually wind up with a safer world than a more dangerous one.
I don't think you would.
I don't know about that because I'll tell you something right now. If you don't know me by now, if you don't know me,
you will never ever. Okay, go ahead.
I hold grudges.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, these grudges could easily be overcome by killing someone. Oops.
Yeah.
All right. I'm disassociating myself with these two people who are in favor of killing people because they're mad at them or any other. No, we shouldn't be allowed to kill.
Frank.
Yeah.
I already know who you would kill the first person. Okay.
Janine.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't kill anybody. I can't do that.
You would want someone to be unalive.
No, I would not.
You wouldn't kill Trump?
No, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Given the chance that you wouldn't get caught and people would not know it's you.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Christine, right away, Trump.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to live with. How could you live with yourself after you do that?
Let me ask you something. Chris Christie, he hates Trump, right?
Okay.
No, I don't think he hates him. I just think I just think he calls him out on his bullshit. I don't think he hates him.
All right. How about this? You, Chris Christie, and Trump are in a dark alley. Okay.
Okay.
And there is a gun, and Trump starts going off. And
going off, like just ranting about whatever.
Yes, and you take that gun. You don't think that you would take that gun and try to kill him?
No,
bullshit. Frank, I'm calling you out. Because I'll tell you right now, they're gonna blame Chris Christie. They're not blaming you.
Oh, I see. Frame it.
They're not gonna blame.
They're blaming Chris Christie.
I don't care who they're blaming.
Got one speeding ticket for doing donuts in a parking lot, whatever you got that one from.
So all kidding aside, I wouldn't be able to do that and live with myself.
No, but you get 3 passes a year. It's allowed. We've agreed upon it.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is stop. We shouldn't be talking about this.
No, because I
think this is not cool to talk about.
Not becoming of a podcast.
Probably because
I think this. No, I think this is. We don't want to end up on any crazy lists.
Oh, good point. Let me ask you this: is 3 in a lifetime better? Does that work better for you?
I think you guys are nuts. What's with this Chizza thing? Are you drunk? Is anybody here drunk? Am I the only one that's been drinking and not drunk?
Not at all. I just feel like I was thinking about this. I wonder if everybody got 3 a year or 2 a year or even
Chizza.
Would that, you know how people say fuck around and find out?
Mm-hmm.
I think if you put that out there that you could get a pass a year, I wonder if that would make things safer.
No, it wouldn't. Chizza. Let's move on. This is not cool to talk about.
Because let me tell you why I came to this
Chizza.
theory. Okay. But I just want to tell you why.
Please.
I'm making a left today.
Oh.
And a guy coming in the opposite direction. She's coming towards me. I'm making a left. He's coming towards me. He is starting to fade to his right. So it looks like he's about to make a right down the same street I'm going on. Now, I like to be right up there on somebody's 6, like Maverick. I'm not going to leave you, Iceman. I'm going to be there. You make the turn, I'm going to come in right behind you. Like it's going to look like a ballet move. We're going to all be nice and coordinated. So I start to lean in, getting ready for his turn. This son of a bitch goes straight. I nearly hit him. I should be able to take that guy out without any.
I agree.
All right, you're an ass.
Any sort of.
What's a Chizza?
Any sort of blowback. A Chizza, my friend, is a chicken pizza from KFC.
I saw this.
What's so weird about a chicken?
Frank would eat.
What's a chicken pizza?
I feel like we're coming to the end of civilization because by all intents and purposes, this is a chicken parm. And we're just calling it a Chizza now because, I don't know, KFC's got to move some product around.
What the hell, man?
It's one of their
sauce and cheese on it.
It's like a pounded chicken breast.
Chizza. It's Chizza.
With marinara sauce, mozzarella cheese, and pepperoni. As if you needed something to really give you heartburn, they just threw pepperoni on there for good measure. Yeah.
That is just screaming for the emergency room.
Now, is that screaming for you to be able to kill the person who came up with this? Because
no.
Oh, okay.
Dude, what the fuck are you guys? What is wrong with you guys tonight? I just want to put it out there that I have nothing to do with this conversation about killing people or anybody. I am disassociating myself with any of that.
I'm just kidding. I think I'm in a foul mood because we got banned off of TikTok Live. We can't do TikTok Live.
That was weeks ago.
I put a comment on TikTok. There was a video when people were playing trombone and what do they call the trumpet?
Okay.
The video starts with like a super close up of that, and I go, "Oh, what a horny video!" And they're like, "This violates our terms of service." Like, that's just humorous. Come on, give me a break. Like, we can't have fun anymore. What happened? What happened to the world, Frank?
I don't know, man. I guess it's supposed to be is it supposed to be a family friendly app?
I don't know. A horny video? Come on, that's good. That is family friendly. You got to teach your children humor at some point in life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
back in the what was it, the 80s or 90s, Janet Jackson had that Vibology song, and she would say horny horns in that song. I don't know what the problem is. They don't bleep that.
We're taking offense to that. We're turning chicken parm into pizzas. It's a weird.
This right here is anarchy.
It's anarchy. It is anarchy. This looks disgusting.
I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it though. I'd eat the shit out of it, but
you would try it, right?
The sauce looks gross.
The cheese looks gross to me, though.
You take away the sauce, you just have chicken with cheese on it. I'm good. That's fine. I could do that.
I don't know, because
I don't know if I want to try KFC's tomato sauce.
Their breading makes me ill, though. Like
the 7 herbs and spices.
Yes, I think I'm allergic to 6 of them.
No, it's more than that, right? 11. I'm sorry, it's 11.
11 herbs and spices. Yeah. They've had this in, I forget where, Thailand or Indonesia or something. This is the other thing I don't understand about the world, where they're like, fast food places will come up with something and go, that's only for Indonesia. Like, why is this for Indonesia and not anywhere? Like, this has been going over there or Thailand. I don't know where it was. It was someplace other than here. It's been going there for years. And they never thought those fat fuck Americans would love this shit. Like, how does that not get back here? I'll never understand it.
I don't know.
I'll never. Or when they go, oh, we're testing something in St. Louis. Why is St. Louis the testing ground for everything? I've never agreed with anything anybody from St. Louis has ever said. St. Louis is the polar opposite of New York to me. You know?
I mean, because if you're testing something in New York, I feel like in New York people have a.
We'll get on you. You can't test shit here. You better know what you're doing by the time you get here. I get that.
Yeah, you bring step 3 or 4 in the testing process to New York.
No, I'm fine with it, but I just don't know how they pick, like, Iowa and St. Louis, like,
right.
Hey, you want to test something in Philly? Okay, that seems like a good test area.
I don't know why you're discriminating against people from St. Louis.
Chicago, maybe. St. Louis.
St. Louis is close to Chicago, right?
It is. But they got that big arch there. I've had enough of that too. I think.
What town doesn't have an arch? I feel like we have an arch, right? Not like that. We have in Washington Square Park. I feel like we have that.
Oh yeah, we got that. Yeah, that's like that's not like an
Victory
arch.
I don't know what it's called.
Kind
it's
of
an arch.
You know what was surprising to learn as I became an adult? Everybody's got a Washington monument somewhere in their town.
An obelisk. Yeah, they have. It's a common.
What'd you call the Washington monument?
It's an obelisk.
That's offensive to Americans. See, this is why.
It's a common statue. It's a common monument shape.
Oh, okay. Is that what that shape is called?
Yes.
So you mean that other adults don't refer to it as a Washington Monument shape?
No, if you see something that's not the Washington Monument, I don't think they call it, hey, look at this little Washington Monument type thing in honor of Joe Johnson.
Everybody's got a Washington Monument, and I feel like now everybody has the love. The LO on one line and the VE.
Yeah, what is that?
Other. Like, everybody got one of those.
Whoever made that is getting the most out of that. Design.
I also don't care for I heart NY. That was like our thing, and now that's like everywhere too now.
That's been everywhere forever though.
Like, they're like I heart LA. It's like, but that was like our thing. Like, that was like our little gimmick.
Yeah, but I feel like that's such a generic I heart. I think that's fine.
What's the worst fast food item you've ever had? Not including this, which if you have this will inevitably be the answer.
I don't think Sizzler's not a fast food item, right?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, that's like a sit down place.
It's a sit down.
Worst fast food item.
Ugh.
They all kind of, are on the same sort of level. I'd never really had one where I was like, ugh.
I don't know why you couldn't.
What about you? What I can't think of any that are really bad.
You know which ones I can't get past are like, there's a lot.
Maybe White Castle in some way. Every now and then a White Castle, you're like, oh.
I can't believe how many people fell over themselves for chicken ring sliders. I'm like, I checked with the chickens and there's no rings there. This is not a fucking calamari. It's a fucking chicken. Why is there a ring? I don't get it.
If it comes from where I think it does, I don't want to eat it. The chicken McNugget.
Wilma's got it right here. Impossible Whopper. I didn't try that, but that couldn't have been good.
Is that not good?
Could not have been good.
Chizza. Well,
yes, poppers. Burger King had jalapeno poppers? That was like
no one does those anymore.
Blades.
I saw them a long time ago, and I don't even know it was a Fridays or Chili's or whatever the hell it was, and I haven't had them in years. Jalapeno poppers. They were good.
I'm happy to see them go. It was too much with the jalapenos for a while.
You have had one, but it was deconstructed, Frank. My jalapeno popper dip.
The dip. Okay, but I haven't had the fried jalapeno pepper with the cheese inside of it. I haven't had a popper. I've had the dip, yes, and the dip is great, but not the popper.
Bird loves poppers. Carl's Jr. See, this brings up. This is a very sore subject for me because I feel like New York is the greatest place to live. However, we are second in fast food. Believe it or not,
second, maybe 10th.
Yeah, because every other place has like Carl's Jr. They have all these In-N-Out Burger, all these wonderful places that will just not step foot in New York.
Correct.
We do have PDQ.
We do have PDQ.
Which is amazing.
It's true.
There are not enough of those around.
Ooh, fast food poutine would be great. Good call, Paul.
That would be great.
I'd like to see that.
You know what's an underrated fast food place is Boston Market. It's good. It's better than you'd think.
I would agree with that. I feel like they're closing down though. A lot of them.
Are they? That's a shame. They're good.
I never thought they would survive the Boston Market Boston chicken fiasco. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
They were originally called Boston Chicken.
Oh.
And they had to change their name to Boston Market. I'm like, nobody's going to go there. That doesn't make any sense.
That had to be a long time ago. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
All right, what's
Jollibee's spaghetti. It's sweet with a cup of hot dogs. Wow.
Oh, that sounds absolutely terrible.
That is terrible. Boston Market. I'll tell you what I can't tolerate is the Dorito tacos from Taco Bell.
See, I just avoided them altogether. I saw that trap coming a mile away, and I never stepped foot in it.
People love that shit. I don't know.
Whenever I go to Taco Bell, I get soft shell tacos or the quesadillas or a burrito. I don't go for the crazy new combinations things that they got.
You know what else I can't stand, which is coming up around again, is the Shamrock Shake from McDonald's.
Ugh, disgusting.
I've never had a Shamrock Shake.
It's fucking terrible.
What's so different? It's just food coloring, isn't it?
It's like sweet mint.
Oh.
No thanks.
It's not good.
Mint anything, it grosses me out.
I like mint.
I agree. Mint has got to go.
Chocolate chip mint ice cream is great.
No, it's terrible. It's awful.
No, it is not.
I don't get mint people. I'll tell you. Mint should be in candy form after dinner. That is it. That is as far as mint should have gone.
What about mint jelly on lamb chops?
No.
No, thanks. That grosses me out too.
Anything is better than that shit.
All right.
Anything is better.
I don't know. I like chocolate chip mint. That's good stuff.
It's fucking crazy.
All right, what do we got? Leave the World Behind.
Okay. Janine, did you see Leave the World Behind?
Of course I did.
Okay, it's fantastic. We've all seen it.
So
Spoiler
everybody
alert,
in the chat, if you haven't seen this movie, what is it on Netflix?
Netflix. Mute this and come back to it until you see blind top 5 on the bottom of your screen. This movie fucked me up a little bit. It really did. I stupidly decided to start watching it at like 11:30 last night.
Didn't you see this already?
No, I didn't see it.
I saw it a while ago. It was a couple of months ago. I saw Erin and I watched it.
Yeah, it turns out it came out in 2023, which I didn't know. But I think the two of you guys talked about it and like endorsed it, and I never got around to it. And then we had our AI conversation on the last episode, and I put it on, and
this has nothing to do with AI, though.
No, it doesn't. But it has to do with, well, because we talked about the cell phone outage, remember? And what would you do if the cell phones went down? And I think somebody said, leave the world behind. And so I just wound up putting it on, and I was like,
it wasn't as, I don't know, it wasn't as apocalyptic as a lot of the other movies out there where something happens and everything gets shut down. This wasn't like, it was bad, there's a lot of bad shit that happened in the movie, but it wasn't the world. It wasn't the literal end of the world. There was a war beginning, it seemed. Right? It wasn't like everybody's gone now and it's over. This was like, okay, something's happening and there's an attack going on.
Right. Which scared me even more because I thought 90% of this movie was so well executed. There was 10% where I was like, why are you moving the camera like this? Stop it.
I hate that.
It was a little nuts with the camera motion. But I understand that they're trying to make us uneasy and uncomfortable by moving the camera in unorthodox ways. So I get it. I just thought they went to that well a little bit too much. And it was produced by Obama. Thanks a lot, Obama. Paul says this is a scenario that would happen. I think it's very possible. I think it's a possibility. It's, but it was very scary in a sense of like, this is how I dream in my nightmares.
Well, the fact that it took place close to your neighborhood.
I know.
That was not cool.
Point Comfort or wherever the hell that's supposed to be. But I thought that was more like Port Washington or Port Jefferson, maybe.
I thought it was Eastern Long Island-ish, Montauk area.
They say that, but then the kid gets a text from a friend in Sag Harbor and is like, can we go visit my friend in Sag Harbor? And she's like, that's still an hour away.
Yeah,
and then
that's about right.
Well, yeah, but then if you note from Port Jeff, maybe, yeah. But when you notice, like, they do have a view of Manhattan at times.
Yeah, that I thought was weird.
Because I think they're more in the middle of the island than
that didn't add up, though. Even if you're in the middle of the island, you're not going to get that view. The view that they had of Manhattan looked like they were looking at it from Brooklyn.
Correct. Yeah,
it didn't add up
there.
If you're that far out on Long Island and you're at the beaches on Long Island, you're not going to see.
You're right.
You're too far from Manhattan to see it that clearly.
I think they took some artistic license with which is why I think they named it Port or Point Comfort.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't ring true with. I thought they were because they drove from the city, and they drove a while to get to where they were, and then they were at the beach, and you look to the right, and all of a sudden there's the skyline. It's like no.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
Not really realistic. But every driving scene or the driving scene where Ethan Hawke drives, that is literally right here.
Right,
like that's 10 minutes away from where I live, where they filmed all that stuff, which was was funny. But this is what I was saying is this is how I dream, and this is to me what makes it so scary. Is this we just can't find out. Like, no matter what happens in that movie, at the beginning, you don't know what's going on. At the end, you have no idea what's going on. You start to form some ideas and opinions based off of information and what people are saying.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're stuck in a black hole. There's just nothingness.
Yeah, but I think the real tension-filled moments were the trust between Julia Roberts and her family and the people that own the house, because you weren't sure if they were the real people that owned the house. You weren't sure if they were making it up and trying to scam people. You weren't sure about everybody's role and everything.
Intentions. Yes.
Intentions and who they were for a while in the movie. But other than that, and this weird noise that made the kid's teeth fall out or whatever, other than that, there was no real major, I don't know. It's survivable,
For now.
Yeah, no, I know. It was the first couple of days of it, whatever it was.
It's like when you think about how long did the Civil War go on for? Like 6 years or something like that?
Something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine living in the first 3 days of it? Like,
I'm sure it was a nightmare.
That seems like what that movie is. It's like, here's the first 3 days of the end of the United States of America. And it's like,
but
are we getting out of this one? I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, but I feel like there was a lot of, there was no fight back. Like, I think in reality, we would have a solution or at least a plan for something like this. Like, this happened on, wherever it happened in the movie, and everybody was just left in the dark. Okay. But I think America's government would jump into action in some way, and they would
against
fight
the cyber
back.
attack.
Yeah. There's got to be, I'm sure they've got plans. Like the other day, there was the phone outage.
I hope you're right, buddy. I really hope you're right.
I don't know. Or if there's no plans, they'd at least jump into action and try to solve the problem. They wouldn't just go, now the world's over. Like, we tried, everybody. They shut down our Long Island. That's it. We're done.
Shut down Long Island. No, but it's this idea of like there was all shut down, and they just didn't know it.
Yeah,
and
no, everything was shut down. It was a big problem, of course. Everything was a mess. But
like
again,
this idea of
days.
like tune into your local TV and radio stations for information, and then you go there and they can't get the information. They have no idea.
Well, that's
so now
the thing.
what?
Well, that's the thing. I think there's always, because even if you go back to like early days of radio, 100 years ago, they didn't have the internet. They didn't have computers in any way. They had to rely on, phone,
the wire,
the wire. Yeah, I mean, we'd find a way to get the word out in some way.
Yeah,
I feel like we'd be like, oh, no internet, that's it. We had a nice run, humanity. I feel like someone would try. They wouldn't just go, up, internet's down, we're done.
Yeah, but it's funny though. But this idea of like, it's not easy and it's not simple like it's in the movies. Like, you can't find out information on your phone.
No, I know.
You can't call anybody, so you got to get in the car. You go drive around, but you don't know where you're going, so you just go back to where you were. Then when you really try and leave, that obstacle's in the way. So now that was a fucked up scene when she pulls up and all the Teslas are piled up.
Yeah, that was a fucked up scene.
That was weird. It was very, like, is that even a thing? Do Teslas drive themselves?
Yeah, of course. How do you think they do it? Through GPS?
They don't drive themselves. They're not self-driving Teslas.
Yes, of course there are. You wouldn't know this. You're behind the world of 15 years in technology.
I know there are electric cars and stuff, but there might be a handful of them out there. They're not everywhere. Self-driving Teslas.
It is not every Tesla is self-driving, but there are lots of self-driving Teslas. And you can literally map out, you can go from New York to California, and it will pick a course that it knows how far it'll go on a charge. It'll know where to stop. It will drive you right to it, and all you got to do is plug it in and get back on the road, and it'll keep driving.
I hear you. No, yeah. I get that. It was just a very, all right, so the road was closed. Let's go, it's the only road out. I felt like we can't get out. There's one road, it's blocked, that's it, we're trapped. It was a lot of, we're done.
You're right, but there was a good amount of that, but I don't think, I think you have to be more realistic. Would you rather be trying to figure it out on a road back to Manhattan, Or would you come to your senses and be like, let me stay in that warm, comfortable house where I know we got some food and shit?
I wouldn't try to get through Manhattan. That's the
like
last place.
Well,
that would be a nightmare to try to get through in that kind of situation. Number one, there's only, it's an island, so there's a couple of dozen ways on or off of it, and those are going to be all jammed. There's millions, literally millions of people on Manhattan who would probably be trying to leave it or at least travel through it or around or anywhere near it. So you're going to get jammed up if you go anywhere near Manhattan.
Your wife's being honest. I'd give up embarrassingly fast. I think we all would. I think you'd have that moment where you're like, we've got to get out of here. And then as soon as you come up on the pile of Teslas that drove themselves into that crash, you'd be like, let's go the fuck back to where we were. I didn't realize how good we had it back at the house.
Oh, yeah. I would go back. I'd go to where it's safest. Maybe the house was probably the safest bet for them. But, I mean, once the whatever that noise was that was causing the kids' teeth to fall out, then I'd try to get the hell away from that.
Which, by the way, is real. And they do have those weapons. And those have been used recently. Like in the last 2 years or so, we have done the story where the sound bomb went off and it fucked up a lot of people I want to say it was down in Cuba or something like that.
Yeah, it was there. It was there. And weird things happened to them.
Was it? It was cute. Yeah. So, and that shit is real. And then when the kid starts puking and all this stuff happening to him, I'm like,
it was weird that it only affected one person. That was weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And plus the thing that bit him in the leg, that drove me crazy because I'm like, why the fuck are you walking through a forest?
Oh, there's so much. I was so pissed off, like with the kids, the daughter walking away in the middle of the woods. I'd be like, what are you fucking doing? Get back in the house.
Yeah.
The world is going crazy right now. There's no wandering off anymore. You stay where I could see you. If you're not inside the house, you're 10 feet from the house, and that is it.
Yes.
Everybody's going crazy, especially in that kind of area where there's your nearest neighbor is a mile away or whatever the hell. You don't want to have to send people out to look for you, go look for them. You don't want that. So stay together.
Fucking stick
that's
together.
A big thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing with these kinds of movies. Everybody's split. Oh, we got to split up, or this one goes that way. No, we all stay in the same area. We ride this thing out, and that's the way it is.
Hi, this is Erin.
Hey.
Frank and I are so compatible. We are very, very compatible, and we are diametrically opposed on end of the world situations. Because I am not fighting. I would be that person on the Titanic who was like, I'm not fighting for a lifeboat. Where is the alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
When they're like, oh, there are pods where we can save people because the aliens are here. I would be like, I'm not fighting for those pods. And Frank is always like, I'll get you to safety. We'll rebuild America. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like a nightmare. Like, I can't.
See, my whole thing is, if let's say the Titanic, I'd be like, all right, you get on the lifeboat. Are we lost? Did we lose each other?
No, you're here. You're good.
Okay. So I'd be like, you get on the lifeboat. I will find a way. We'll figure this out. There's a way. And I would try to figure it out. Of course, the Titanic, obviously, not a lot of people survived that weren't in the lifeboats. So that was.
But I don't even want to try.
But you'd have to try.
Why?
No? Mm-hmm. You don't have to.
But then you're just giving up. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, you try.
Frank's dying for an end of the world scenario.
No, I'm not. I
His
think
wife would become dead weight.
No. I think it's just that instinct to survive. You don't want to, at least try to no.
No, the panic and then all that fighting and you don't win. It's like, oh God, I could have been happy and
happy.
Goodbye.
No happy.
I think everything that they did in this movie was incredibly realistic. This whole idea of like, and this idea of like, can we trust this random stranger and this young woman? And they're like, not really. I don't like this. And then all of a sudden, what happens? What would actually happen? Which is, I'm kind of tired though, and I would feel awkward asking them to leave. So let them sleep in the basement. Like that is 1,000,000% what would probably happen.
Probably.
You're saying if you were who?
If I was Julia Roberts, I would, or Ethan Hawke, I would have been like, all right, go. I would be like, let's just lock your doors. Because I would get so tired. I would be like, we'll just lock our door. It'll be fine.
That's one thing that people in movies do not do ever is lock their doors. There's always someone walks in the bedroom or the bathroom. You know, it's always they just walk in. Or, you know, if there's a threat in the house, the doors are never locked for some reason. I never got that. One major thing about movies that Aaron and I cannot stand, and hope someone in the movie world sees this and hears it. Stop pointing flashlights directly into the camera. What is that? Right into, and you're like, every time.
Movie now. It's crazy.
It's every movie. Whenever there's a flashlight in someone's hand, they look around the room, and the flashlight, of course, goes right into the camera, and you're like, Jesus.
It blinds you, yeah.
Every time.
Wait.
Now that I said it, everybody will notice it, and it'll be annoying.
God, I know. Are we ready to do the top 5?
That's top 5.
I just have a couple more things I have to say about this movie. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
There were a few things that absolutely took me out of it. One, the plane crashes.
Yeah.
He finds this watch. He sees a watch.
Oh, that was a little
on the beach. He goes to pick it up, and all of a sudden, it's a fully exposed body.
That was ridiculous.
And
that was
camera
vision. That was a person with no peripheral vision.
Yeah, and then he realizes, oh, this is all from a plane crash. And then, as he's noticing said plane crash, another plane comes and crashes on the same beach. What was that? That was so fucking.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Transversely on the other side, the tanker crashing into the beach, I thought was incredibly realistic and wonderfully put together of like, oh, I'm sure they'll stop. And then next thing you know, you're like running for it. You know,
that was kind of cool. That was cool, but I feel like I've seen that a million times before, but I get it. It was cool. It was a worth it. You know, what's it called? Cliche.
Yeah.
Tanker, out of control tanker hitting the beach. It's like, all right.
I love how you get a lot of misinformation and then you discover new information after a character suddenly realizes, oh, I should probably share this with everybody.
Yeah.
That happens multiple times where they're like, there's no reason why they didn't tell you, but it just kind of comes up and they go, I should probably mention this.
Yeah.
And they say something, and then all of a sudden it informs their behavior from that moment on. That was incredibly realistic and so well done. Because that's what happens that's what happens in real life. Like at first he's what's his name? Mahershala? Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Mahershala's like, it's fine, everybody's gonna be fine, this is all okay. And then later on he's like, well, I have this client and this is what he mentioned to me that we should I made a joke about taking shelter or whatever, and he didn't laugh.
Yeah, because you don't think about things being relevant until it is. And then it's like, oh, shit, I should have probably mentioned this.
And then there's another moment where he goes even deeper into that story of, well, actually, he told me, he mentioned this one. And it's just like these little nuggets that suddenly form, your whole thing, like how they came to the Death to America through the cards that got dropped on Ethan Hawke.
Right.
And then suddenly you find out, and this is to me what's so unsettling and what's so brilliant about this movie. Then all of a sudden, Kevin Bacon's character is like, well, a friend of mine mentioned that to me before the phones went down, that he got the same thing, but in Korean. So Kevin Bacon's sitting there going, this is North Korea because this happened. And then all of a sudden he gets a new piece of information. And suddenly it's like, is it Korea?
Right.
Is it Korea and Iran? Is it neither of those two? And whoever it is wants us to believe it's that. Like,
right
now your whole world is like tossed up in the air. That's not easy to do. There's a couple of moments where I just, like I said, the plane crash, the animals I thought were so stupid.
That was weird and dumb.
The deer staring at you and they're just going to run away when you like, what was the fucking point of that? That was stupid.
That was dumb.
Right.
The whole thing with the whatever that shed was in the middle of the woods, that was kind of dumb.
The shed didn't make a lot of sense, but there was a lot. I understood some of it from a fault. Like that's what they were trying to do with the animals. I just think it failed. The shed worked a little bit better for me, but you're correct. It ultimately goes nowhere. But they still use these little moments just to scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Just to amplify the drama. You notice the music starts to get more intense. You're like, what's going to happen? And oh, it's nothing, which happens in real life. You think, oh, what the fuck is this? And then it's nothing. And you're like, okay.
Right.
But then something else happens. And then that really is something that you need to be concerned with, you know?
Agreed.
So I thought
think the most realistic thing was the girl trying to watch the finale of Friends. That was.
Okay, so here's the thing. I thought the ending was terrible.
Okay,
a lot
but
of
that's
people
the
did.
point. That's the point. Is
Yeah,
that
I get it.
wanted to watch the ending of Friends so badly. She didn't care about anything else. And we are obsessed with the ending of movies, and we're not seeing what's going around outside. I'm not defending this movie. I'm just
Whoa.
I'm with you because I said to myself, if they gave us a better conclusion, I would have hated that more.
Right.
But
True that.
I just felt like even still just to end it there, I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me.
Yeah, because it was not a satisfying ending. It was just very,
which is not
up in the
supposed to
air.
be. Yeah,
That's
I still just kind of hated it.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this and then do what you will with it. I have an obsession with end of the world movies and people going through houses that are not theirs.
You got to do that if you're looking for shit.
Yeah,
I find it so fascinating to just go into someone's house that just left and like look through their drawers and look through their pantry and cabinets to see what kind of snacks and other good things they have. Now, see, is that sick of me?
No, I think that's a very normal human thing.
If you're in survival mode and a lot of shit is abandoned and you got to look for supplies, that's what you got to do.
If someone's got that rabbit, you better take it and find some batteries.
There you go.
Now, do you think we're going to get a sequel to this movie? Because I think so.
No.
Oh, I think it got a big a big response. So I think so.
How could you follow that up? I don't think you're gonna get a sequel. What, like a different part of the world, or a different part of the country?
Could be. Could just be what's next. Where do they go? You know what happens? I mean, obviously, like they're gonna go in that shelter, right? They're gonna be there for as long as they need to be. There's a lot of food and everything. It looks great.
It'll probably be the same story, but another family somewhere.
I wonder. I want to know what happened. I do want to know what happened.
Oh,
that's the point. Though. You're not supposed to really know what happened. You're supposed to be just like they are and not know.
But I'm as somebody who hates horror movies and hates stupidity. I woke up this morning thinking about the movie, and I thought about it all day long.
Interesting.
Which says something about what I don't think it had as much of an impact on you. You don't seem to.
No. Aunt, you'd like Silent Night, the one with Keira Knightley. You'd like that movie.
Oh, you really would. Silent
you
Night.
Really like it.
Which one?
It's called Silent Night. It's with Keira Knightley. I don't really know anybody else that's in it. There are some people in it, but
the reason that's important is because there's a 2023 one with Joel Kinnaman. It's not that one. They're just really close together. Here, this one is 2021, and it's not the Joel Kinnaman one that's 2023. I don't know if the Joel Kinnaman one is 2023 is bad or good, but it's not what we're talking about. So I don't want to confuse you.
Ow!
Yeah,
what?
No, I hurt my head.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with
Silent Night.
Silent Night, Keira Knightley. It's another one of those kinds of movies, but it's got a different. You'll really like it.
Okay.
It's got a different twist on it.
No, I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I like
What
stuff
movie
like
were
that.
you guys talking about?
Leave the World Behind. I watched it after you went to bed last night.
Oh, maybe
Julia
that's why
Roberts.
you kept thinking about it, because you feel horrible that you watched it without me.
Yeah, I did a little bit, but
Why
I don't know
did
if you would.
that?
I don't know if you would have liked it. I don't think you would have liked it.
Leave the cuddles behind. Sorry.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, it's time for Blind Top 5. For those of you who don't know, it's the most popular game show on the internet. It's where Aaron comes up with 5 items in a category, tells us what the items are. We have to rank them based on how much we like them or not, and we don't know what's coming next. That's why it's a blind top 5. Aaron, on this episode, what are we dealing with?
Okay, I have 2. One's a little yin, one's a little yang, one's skewing towards the guys, one's skewing towards the girls. I want to try to do both tonight if we can because it's a little early. But if we can't, we're going to get to the other one on Friday. Deal?
Deal.
Okay. Who, ladies first, gentlemen first? Who would you?
Ladies first. Why not?
I'm going to leave it up to you.
Okay. All right. Now, of course, everyone can play, but this is just one of those that's just a little skewing towards the ladies. But as I said, we're going to even up the score later. So,
How many on this one?
spaces, 8.
8 spaces. 8.
Yes.
So everybody playing along, number your papers 1 through 8. And this one, here we go. Play along. Feel free to put your answers in the chat. Play along with us.
Yes, please.
And, what is this one's, what's the subject here?
So this is female television characters that you would like to be your best friend.
Oh,
I can play this just as easily.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And it is number 1 is the one you think would be the greatest friend. Number 8 is the one you think would be the friend you would like to have the least to call your bestie.
cool.
Everybody ready?
Okay, yes.
All right. I think we're good. Ready to go. First one.
Okay. Number 1 is Elaine from Seinfeld.
Oh, boy. Elaine as my best friend.
So this is not movie or TV specific. It's any.
It's TV specific, and they're all female, and they're all real, not animated.
Got it.
A lot of 90s going on tonight.
Frank.
Hope you guys like the 90s.
Frank. I mean, Elaine is the ultimate guy's friend.
I don't know, man. I put her
She-
low on the list.
Really?
Yeah, me too.
Because she's kind of the 4 of them are kind of jerks. So if you watch, especially there's ones where like little things that she does annoys the hell out of me. Like when she's sitting at the table, Jerry's by the window. She's sitting at the table like 2 feet from the buzzer, and someone rings the buzzer, and Jerry's like, "Can you take care of it?" And she's like, "It's your house." It's like you got to have your name on the lease to hit the buzzer, right? So she does these little things that annoy me. So I put her at number 6.
Oh, me too.
I'm stunned.
Stunned?
Stunned.
She could be a little bit annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Robin, who is let's be honest, our Seinfeld go-to, put her at 3.
3. I may have gone a little low, maybe 4 or 5, but you know what? I'm gonna call an audibly. I'm going for 5.
Oh, see, now I don't think you should be allowed
No?
to change once you declare.
All right, once it's declared, fine. She's at 6. All right, we got Bird at 7, Mercury 6, Robin 3, Sarah 6, TD Freelancer 6.
I'm going to go next because I want the ladies to have their platform here. I put her at number 2 because I don't want to get errand.
Right.
But other than that, I would have put her at 1.
Wow.
Go ahead, ladies.
Ugh, 6.
8.
6. Yeah. 8. Wow.
Yeah, I could see Frank. You're right. She could be annoying.
She has these little things that she does that like I could go. I'll go if I don't have to talk. That
Yeah, and her
I
fucking
love that.
dancing
I
and the
love that.
dancing.
Well, the
she's a
dancing's
terrible
bad.
dancer.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right.
Christine 6. Okay, very good. Elaine, here we go. We're off.
Okay, number 2, again, hope you like the 90s. Brenda from Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh,
8.
Oh my god.
No,
Why did you do this?
Oh,
Brenda's 8.
this is I don't know where
She sucked.
Now, can I ask you a question?
She was a pain in
Aaron?
the ass.
Yeah, sure.
Are you having Are you having characters from the same show or no?
No repeat shows. No.
Oh,
What, are you hoping for Kelly or Donna? Or Andrea?
Oh, Andrea.
Look at all the 8s in the chat.
Oh my God, no!
What do you mean no? She was such
no.
she was just a no. I'm sorry, but she always was not complain, like just upset about something in every episode. She was never happy.
She's
Well,
a
maybe
teenage
it's her-
girl.
Sorry.
That's
I'd
another
be
reason I
upset
don't want her
too.
as a best friend.
I would be upset too if my friend decided to fuck my boyfriend when I went
That's
to Paris for the
right.
summer.
That's
Thank you.
right. That's
All right.
right. Exactly.
Some of us
Exactly.
some of us never got over that. I didn't
Never.
know.
And we
No.
will never get over it either. And
Look at this.
she. Ugh.
Bird 8, Christine 8, Mercury 8, Robin 8, Sarah 8, TD Freelancer 7.
I put her
Okay.
at 3.
Wow.
Hell
I put-
yeah.
I put
Which
her
one
at
is-
number 1.
That's
put
right.
her
I
at one?
knew she was
I
gonna be
did.
high for her. I knew it.
This is my first number 1 right away because
Wow.
hello.
Hello.
It's Brenda.
I
I know
know.
it's Brenda, but she's
No.
Oh,
not
Shannon
a fun
Doherty?
person.
That's Sharon Doherty's character?
Shannon Doherty.
Shannon
Yeah.
Doherty, yeah.
Oh, she's hot as shit, though.
Yeah, but you're in the friend group. You're your friend.
Am I in the friend zone, or can I?
Friend zone.
No, you're friend zoned.
Robin said 9021 blow.
Am I right?
I put Brenda at 8 just because I've never watched that show, and before I knew it was
What?
Shannon Doherty, I went with Frank. I just
Oh
stuck
my
with
Good.
god.
You're right. You did the right thing.
I honestly, till this day, didn't know Frank knew the show so well.
I used to
know,
watch
right?
it. I used to watch that show.
Okay, I didn't know. Cool.
Well, we had to get him help at one point, Aaron. He wouldn't watch anything else but 90210.
I joined a
Embarrassing.
support group. It was a
D,
rough
I think
time
you
in
need
my
to
life.
divorce him.
I'm really leaning towards it.
Consider it. He's never seen the show. Get the fuck out of here.
Ugh,
Aaron, next.
God.
No, I'm mad
All
at
right,
that
next
too.
one.
Okay, next up is Monica from Friends, played by Courtney Cox.
Oh, she annoys
I'm going to
me.
start saying who played.
Can I just say worst friend on the show?
I know.
She's
I know
Very-
we're not ranking friends, but
Yeah.
I'm putting her at 6 if I have a choice.
Oh man, I got 7 here.
No. I'm putting her at 6 on the list of friends.
Oh, okay. Where are you putting her on your list?
I don't.
Anthony, that was really, really confusing.
I know.
Why would you say
I know.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because because this is why I like the friends, but she's the worst one.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
well,
Right.
Well, let's just, Monica stays, but just for curiosity's sake, who do you think would be a better friend, Rachel or Phoebe?
I'd rather talk to
Phoebe.
Rachel, that's for sure.
I think
And
Phoebe would be the better friend.
I
Phoebe would
think
be a
so,
trip.
Phoebe too.
Phoebe would be a lot of fun.
Okay, well,
And I
Monica
feel like-
stays.
And I feel like Phoebe is a very supportive and
Yeah.
just there for you person, a friend. Monica, I feel like was a tad on the selfish side. Everything was her way.
Yeah, a little judgmental.
Mhm.
Judgmental. If you didn't do it her way, you were wrong.
She's
You know-
number...
A lot of Phoebes coming in here. A lot of Phoebes.
Yep.
The
Definitely
reason I
Phoebe.
like these blind top fives is it makes us happy for what we have. Aren't you a little more happy, ladies and gentlemen, with the friends that you do have? Because we've done
Agreed.
3 people, and everybody has been like the worst person.
That's true.
ever.
Look at that. I filled up my bottom 3 here. 6, 7,
You're in
and
a
8 are
bad
done.
mood. You're in a bad mood this episode.
I'm not in a bad mood. Let's see. Bird has Monica at 6, Robin 7, Paul, Monica is -10,
Wow.
Mercury 5, Christine 5, Sarah 4, TD Freelancer 4. And she's Mercury, she's a tad OCD, which okay,
Yeah.
you're OCD. Everybody's got their thing, but she was very I don't care who you are, this is my way or we're not doing it. It's like ugh,
All right.
can't.
I put her at 6 just because let's go back to the ladies.
All right.
Oh, what did I put? Oh, I put her at 7.
7. Same.
Aye.
Yeah. I don't really
7.
care for her.
7. 7.
Janine?
6.
6 for Janine. Okay. Where did you put her, Aunt?
I put her 6 too.
Okay. All right. 3 down.
Okay, next up is Jessie from Saved by the Bell, played by Elizabeth Berkley.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Again,
now-
Erin, I feel like you have done your best to pick the worst person out of that group.
Everyone. Oh.
You'd rather have Lisa Turtle? You'd rather have...
Yeah. Oh,
No.
'cause Lisa Turtle will pay for
I
some
couldn't think of
shit.
the other one's name. What's the other one's name? Kelly?
Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly.
First of all, that bitch Kelly Kapowski fucking she's the worst.
She was the nicest one.
Do you see what I'm
She
trying to
fucking
avoid,
cheated.
Jesse?
Oh yeah, sure.
She was a bit of a whore with the waiter from the Max.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Max waiter. That's true. Jesse.
But that was one big swinger fest. They all fucked somebody at one point or another. All of them. It was disgusting.
I'll put Jessie at 3 because I feel like she's a lib. So, you know.
This is absurd. I have a real bone to pick with you. Jesse Spano is 3, but Elaine Bennis is 7. That's crazy.
Elaine I have at 6.
Okay.
And I was going to move her up to 5, but I wasn't allowed.
That's insane.
Jesse, at least, I don't know. I feel like she's got her friends. She's very loyal with her friends and would be like she was best friends with Zach since they were in kindergarten or whatever.
Big deal. He was friends with everybody, that one.
Yeah,
Another one.
Zach's a piece of work too. But at least, I don't know. Jesse, to me, was...
Zach definitely has chlamydia. There's no way you could sleep with that many chicks and not get chlamydia.
Probably true. But I don't know. I just feel like Jesse wasn't a bad person.
I know.
She was
kind
both
of annoying.
excited
Kind of
and
annoying.
scared.
What's that, Aaron?
She was both excited and scared.
Exactly.
She was scared. And
What did you
needed some
say,
help.
Janine?
Number 7.
She was annoying.
You put her at 7?
All right.
I put her at 5.
I put her at 7 too, with Janine.
All right, let's see. We got Mercury 7, Christine 7, Sarah 2, TD Freelancer 8, Robin 6.
Who was the motorcycle girl who came in and replaced Jesse?
Tori?
Oh, yeah.
Tori.
Yes.
Nobody gave a shit. When it was like, oh, Jesse's gone and now it's Tori. They're like, all right, this is good.
They're just fine.
Yeah. Nobody blinked an eye.
That's hilarious. That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So Joshua said he tried the new Chizza. It was tasty. It was so tasty, but I didn't eat it all because I was so full. I'm saving the rest of it for my lunch tomorrow. There you go. We
Wait
got a
till you go to the
positive
bathroom
review.
tomorrow morning first before you make that commitment for leftovers.
All right, here we go.
All right, next one.
Okay. The first non-90s show. Pam from The Office. Played by
One. Number 1. Number 1.
Samesies. I'm glad I left that number 1
Hey,
spot.
wait a minute.
1.
Wait a minute. Didn't she also cheat?
No, she didn't.
She never cheated. She just got a little annoying at the end.
No.
She didn't make out with what's his face while she was still engaged to what's his face?
She kissed. But were they engaged?
No, she kissed Jim while she was still engaged to the first guy there.
Roy.
Well, right. Yeah. No. Still, Pam's my friend. She's my bestie.
She did, but she was a bit much at the end. The last
No.
last
No,
season,
she wasn't.
she was a bit much the last season, but she came through in the end.
No. I
All right,
love
I'm gonna-
Pam. I
It's
love
tough.
her.
Where do I put her? All right. I could see her being a good friend, though. So I put her.
She
2.
did so much for everyone on that show all the time.
Wait, where'd you put her, Frank?
2.
See, I don't like how you're judging this. You're judging this by how good of people they are. Not
Well, that's what you
would
need.
you get along with them. It's
That
who would
too.
you want to be your friend.
I'm doing both of them. Who's a good person, and who I would think would be a good person to hang out with.
Yeah, but your real friends aren't judged this way because they're not good people. So I don't know what
I'm
you're doing.
too old
here.
to make new friends. I'm stuck with the friends I got right now. That's it. It's over.
Lots of 1s and 2s coming in.
She's number 2 for me.
Wow. Do you have a number 1 yet, Janine?
Yes, Brenda from Night of
No,
Tour. No,
that's
what the
rough.
fuck you been?
Are you regretting that?
rough.
No, that Pam's in play or no?
No.
Okay.
I got Brenda at 8.
Fair enough. I got Pam at number 1 too. I'm with my wife on this.
I
got
love
my-
Beasley.
I got 1, 4, and 5 freed up.
Beasley.
All right, here we go. Where was Pam for you at?
2.
2.
Oh, 1.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 1.
Oh, 1. Okay.
Pam is just above Elaine. I'm liking my list right now. I'm liking how this is shaking out.
All right.
Pam deceptively hot too. Redheads, right? Am I right, Janine? Awful people for the most part. Pam pulls it off.
Can't trust a ginger.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Pam's not a redhead.
I didn't think she was a redhead. Isn't she brunette?
That's just a little red.
Yeah, right. I don't think so. All right. Next one is.
Well, next up is a real redhead. She's a little bit older, but I wanted to put her on, and it's my list. So Peg from Married with Children.
It's my list.
Oh man.
That's my
Oh boy.
favorite.
She was not a good friend on the show. Oh.
Number 3, loved her.
I put her at 2.
She was a great character and a tremendously awesome part of the show. But as a best friend,
Yeah, she just hated her husband. That's normal.
true. But I feel like she screwed over Marcy every chance she got.
Marcy
Everybody
was an
screwed
asshole.
over Marcy.
That's true. Oh, Peg. Love Peg, but I don't know about it being her best friend. She just step on you. No problem. I put her at 5.
That's
I
not
put her at
bad.
5 too.
She
Cuddles.
step right over you.
I put her at 2. Peg Bundy, another idol.
Janine.
3.
No pig.
Okay. All right, just 2 left. I got 3 and 4 left. Cuddles, what do you got?
I got 4 and 8.
Janine,
4 and 5.
Frank.
1 and 4.
Ooh, you got 1 still open?
I do.
You're gonna get errands.
I am.
All right, Aaron.
Okay, next up is Roz from Frasier.
Ooh, 8.
Ooh, that's a good one.
5.
Roz.
I don't really know her.
Roz is Frasier's radio producer, and she is very flirtatious. To put, she's like the Joey, but a lot smarter than Joey. She has a lot of boyfriends, but I think she's a good friend.
4.
To
She's
them.
4 for me. Lowest I could
Yeah.
put her. Bad
I don't think
career
I could
choice.
In the 90s, it was a good career choice.
That's true.
I put her at 4. I can't put her at 1. I could live with her at 4.
Robin also has 1 and 4 open. Robin also put her at number 4.
All right, Robin,
Very
we're vibing
interesting.
tonight.
2 and 3 for Mercury. She put her at 3. Bird put her at 5. 7 for Sarah. But I like her, but I'm saving number 1. 3 for TD Freelancer. Cuddles, where'd you put Roz?
I put her at 8.
Wow,
Unfamiliarity with her, right? That's
Yeah,
not a problem.
she sounds like a hoe. So I'll just
She's a good friend, though. She's a good friend.
Janine?
I think.
5.
Okay. All right, Aaron.
So whoever this next person is, by default, is my number 1.
Is your number 1. Janine,
is
what
my
do you have
bestie.
open?
Number 4.
Cuddles?
4.
And I have number 3. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
I don't know if you guys are getting errand. I know Frank is.
Oh no! Was it Carla from Cheers?
No, good guess. I had Diane, but I wanted to make this 8 and not 9. So it is Charlotte from Sex and the City.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Ah,
God damn it!
Oh, Cuddles got Aaron.
Freaking ask.
I got Charlotte at number 3. I'm very happy with that. Very hot, very rich.
and I feel like Charlotte is actually a good friend, right?
She is.
She's a good person. She's like the best
Me.
moral, good person in the whole show. I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So she's in my number 1.
I love her.
Your
I'm
list
not-
stinks. Your
My
list.
my list is terrible. I'll admit it. My list is pretty bad.
Okay, I'm
I-
not upset with my list. I'm really, really not. But I would have put Charlotte higher than 4. But other than that, Pam would have still been 1. So I'm okay with it.
Charlotte's not a bad number 1.
No, she's really, really good.
I hate that whole
She is a
show,
good friend. She is a good friend.
but I hate that show to
love that
begin with.
show.
But I could live with Charlotte as a number 1. Yeah, she's a good friend, and she's probably the best, the best friend on that whole show. Everybody else.
She is. Everyone
Kinda
else
awful.
sucked on that show.
All right, Mercury 2, Robin 1, Christine 1,
I
TD
love-
Freelancer 1.
I love my list. The only thing I would do is swap Roz for Jesse Spano. I would have moved Jesse up a little bit.
Okay.
See, I told you, Jesse is underrated.
Yeah. J Sabs, how's your list?
I like my list. Brenda's number one. I wouldn't have changed it. I love Brenda.
Ugh.
Okay.
I know you don't like her.
She was upset about something in every episode. I feel like
you blame
just
her?
a lot. I feel like you got a lot of, as if you're her best friend, you got a lot of, I don't know, just.
That's annoying. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah. Oh, what did you say, Aaron?
I know somebody. I'm sorry, Aaron.
No, I'm just a lot of angst with.
A lot of angst, exactly.
Yeah, I know somebody I know this person. I'm sure a lot of people do. Where you say something and they have a problem with it. There's something wrong with it. It's like whatever it is. Like, oh, this pizza place, or oh, that car dealership, whatever it is. There's just a problem with it. Like everything, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's miserable. All right, good list. Way to go, Aaron. Hope everybody was happy.
Yeah.
The blind top five.
Or are we going with the second one?
Do you want the gentleman counterpart, or do you want that on Friday? Your call.
I'll do another one.
I'm good. I'll do another one.
All right. I was going to leave it up to Frank in my head, so let's go.
Okay, this is the best. It's another 8 spots.
Chicks I want to bang.
No, this is the greatest sidekicks in film history. Now, they're all men, and they're all real. None of them are animated or droids. And also, I know. Also, they are. What was my other point? They're not animated. They're all from movies. I guess that's it. Okay, so this is who you think are the best sidekicks in film.
And they're all men?
They're all men. None of the movies are repeated. None of the actors are repeated. And also, I'm going to tell you the movie and the person who played the character, just to help you guys out.
Appreciate that. So, and they're all men, because women don't make good sidekicks.
All men, and none of them are on TV. It's all, men don't make good friends. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I just want to get 8 spots, all film, all men. And don't come for me that I said men don't make good friends. I know that they do. I just want to get them.
Don't.
Oh, no, we're not doing that.
8?
8. Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Okay. All right. We lost J-Sabs. Top 5, blind top 5. We have 8 this time around. Greatest movie sidekicks of all time. Rank them from 1 to 8.
1 being the best.
Who you think is the best at 1? Who you think is the worst at 8? And you don't know what's coming next. Aaron.
Okay. Number 1 is Garth from Wayne's World, played by Dana Carvey.
Oh, right out of the gate.
All-time sidekick. All-time sidekick.
He's a great
I
sidekick.
know.
With you as always is Garth.
Not going to abandon you, right? Just accept you for who you are.
I got news for you.
Generous.
Number 2.
If you had any balls, you would have put him in number 1.
I don't have any balls.
But you know what you do have? You have pralines
and dick.
What is that from?
That's Wayne's World. Come on, man. If he were an ice cream flavor, he'd be pralines and dick.
All right, I'm putting Garth Algar at number 3. Solid. It's just too early.
He's a solid sidekick. He's always going to be there for you. He's a science geek. He's got inventions. He's a drummer. He's there with me as always as Garth. All right.
He likes to play. Okay.
He does like to play. You got, let's see, Bird 3, Mercury 6, Sarah 3, Robin 6, and Christine 6. Wow, a lot of 6s for Garth.
A lot of 6s. Yeah. Cuddles, where'd you put Garth?
I put him at 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, perfect.
Avoid the red rope licorice.
Okay.
All right.
Number 2 is Robin of Batman and Robin, played by Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell. Robin. He was annoying. He's low.
Okay, let me go first. I'm going number 8, and I'll tell you why.
You don't have to. We all know why. I put him as number 8 too.
Okay. Robin is historically a terrible sidekick. You always have to get him out of a jam. It's very rare that he's helping you out of the jam.
He'll help you out, but he was very whiny. He was a whiny jerk in that movie.
Very much so. Batman did not need him.
Yeah. Robin caused more problems than he solved.
What Robin do you think was the most helpful? TV show Robin? Because he would kick, on occasion, he'd kick in and really get something done.
Like
and he
the
knew what
old
he was
school?
doing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Burt Ward was the best Robin.
And then there's movie Robin, which was...
Chris O'Donnell.
No, but Commissioner Gordon, remember in Chris Nolan's in 3?
Yeah.
That guy's Robin.
Kinda, yeah. I
Joseph
guess it wasn't
Gordon.
officially, but I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, Joseph
And
Gordon
then
Levitt
there's our
Robin.
What's that?
And then there's our Robin, who's number 1.
Oh, that's true. Robin.
True.
Robin in the chat.
Nobody's beating Robin, who properly put this Robin at number 8.
Right.
Me too.
We got 8, 6, 7,
5, 3, 0, 9.
Yep.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Okay, sorry, that was funny. Okay, the next one. That just really hit my funny bone with a hammer. Okay. All right, number 3 is Ronald Weasley from the Harry Potter universe, played by Rupert Grint.
Oh, here's another one.
I'm just gonna write Harry Potter at number 7 because I don't know.
Just
Me
put
too.
Ron. Here's another one that Harry has to get him out of a jam every time.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So he's, for
7.
me, number 7.
E7 for you too?
Yeah.
That's great. I feel like I'm a winner on this because I don't have to sit through his bullshit to put him in 7. You had to live through it all to put him at 7.
I watched them all, the movies, and I'm trying to think if there was ever a moment. I think there was one moment in the very first movie where he knew he was really good at chess. Other than that, he was kind of a drag.
He's getting some high marks here. 5, 4. We got a 7, but a 5, a 2.
I don't know. Not a big Ron Weasley fan. I mean, he's very, opened his house up to you, let you stay over. Good friend, but as sidekick, if you're fighting Voldemort, I don't know if I'd rather have Garth by my side.
You know what, my friend, you nailed it. This isn't show friends. It's show business. We're talking sidekicks here, not friends. Good point.
Right.
Don't confuse it from the previous list.
Yeah. Ron Weasley's going to be a great friend, but in terms of sidekick, no good.
Weasley. All right, Aaron, we're ready for the next one.
Okay, halfway there with Silent Bob from the Clerks and Mallrats universe, played by Kevin Smith.
Oh, God, that's so annoying.
He's 6 for me. I need my sidekick to talk more. And
put him at
do
6
something.
too.
I don't think
Yeah.
Silent Bob did anything.
I put him at 6 because there's nothing lower that I have.
All right, it's my last show with the both of you. Okay, number 1,
What?
no doubt about it.
He
Number 1,
loves them.
greatest sidekick. I'll tell you why. I'll give you.
Please tell me why.
I'll give you several reasons. 1, supportive, always there.
He's always there. It doesn't mean he's supportive. He's just always there.
He's always there for Jay. Jay's his guy, right?
What has he done, though? He doesn't do anything.
He sells weed with him.
So great.
If you watch, in Mallrats, a lot of magic there, a lot of force. They use the force. You should appreciate that. In Mallrats, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, a lot of force in there. Knows when to shut the fuck up. I mean, that is a good quality in a sidekick. Just shut the fuck up. Just be there.
Should I be taking a hint here?
No, but I'm saying he's great at that. And I could tell you people don't really know the material because if you watch those movies,
I watched most of them.
Silent Bob has a way, like he's actually not silent. I
know he talks every now and then, but
talks in the end and summarizes everything for everybody and lays it out in such a beautiful way that there's just no better.
But I need someone that actually gets off his ass and
he does.
Stuff. He
does. The aforementioned Mallrats. He's out there. He uses Jedi mind trick to get it. You're
all right. He's at 6. It's not the very bottom.
Number 1.
Hey, Anthony, this is for you. Silent Bob, you're one rude mother effer. Cute as hell, though. But you're cute as hell, though.
Cute as hell.
Yeah, and he's cute and cuddly too. Let's not take that off the table.
I'll give you that.
All right. Next up, no tears. Goose from Top Gun,
Oh,
played by
shit.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Kind of a not a great pilot though. So I don't know.
Yeah, is he the one that doesn't make it?
That was fucked up.
I'm sorry.
That was fucked up.
Nah, he was
Not
fine.
a great pilot.
It's not a true story, everyone. It's fiction.
It's great. Maybe if he had his head in the game, he wouldn't have lost his head. I do love this. He's in and out quick. You don't have to stick around. Like he's not annoying you, because sometimes you get some of these sidekicks or friends, and they just won't leave you. They just will never get the hint. Goose is short and sweet, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, he leaves you that Meg Ryan behind. You know, that's when you got to swoop in and go.
See,
I'll comfort
everybody
you.
was talking about me. You're talking about swooping in and taking his wife.
Well, he gets Meg Ryan. You got to swoop on Meg Ryan. Isn't that right?
I'm going 5 for Goose.
You know, I almost went 4, but I'm gonna go 5 too, because he actually is a good sidekick. He's very supportive. Maverick is fucking off his rocker, and he sits there and supports him no matter what.
I could have put Goose a little higher, but I got him in at 5, which I think is decent.
I put him 5 too, but I feel bad about it. He's a good sidekick.
I'm with
I
you.
put him at 4.
That's good.
I think
3 or
Kyle's
4 is
right.
good for Goose.
Yeah, good.
But we got him at 5.
Talk to me, Goose.
Talk to me good.
Okay. Next up, everybody good?
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, Watson from Sherlock Holmes, played by Jude Law. Frank, we talked about this a lot today for some reason. I don't know why.
We did talk about this. Now, Watson. Oh man, Watson in those 2 movies with Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock. He was very smart and a good fighter as well, military guy. I think he'd be a good sidekick for what you. I think he'd be good. I'd put him in. I'll put him at 3.
A lot of reasoning there, like that, like the taking behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Cuddles.
Have you seen those movies?
Well, I have not maybe so intently. I put Watson the character at number 2, but Watson played by Jude Law number 6, because fuck Jude Law.
I see what you mean, because I felt like sorry to chime in. I don't usually do this, but
Please.
if it was like Martin Freeman of the series, like I feel like he'd be better, but I didn't want to mix it with TV. So
Yeah, I think Jude Law is the worst Watson of all the Watsons we have. I'm putting him last on my top 5 Watson list.
Wasn't the best Watson, but he's still a general Watson that is always sticking by Sherlock's side. You know, even though he's getting married. That's one thing I didn't like about the movies. There were a couple of things, but one thing I didn't like was we started the very first movie with Watson's quitting. You know, he's getting married. He's going to stop. He's going to quit the detective agency. It's like, what? Can't we wait till like the 4th movie to do that?
True.
But
what if that was episode 4 and we find out later?
They should say it up front, have the little balls, and tell us it's episode 4, like George Lucas did.
That's true. Cuddles.
Oh, where did I put him? At 5. I've never even really seen it, but I don't really like Jude Law.
All right.
Good point.
Fair. That's
Jude
fair.
Law stinks.
All right, so right now I got 1 and 4 open.
2 and 4.
1 and 3.
Oh, we're all hovering around the same.
It's going to be tough to beat Garth.
Robin has 1 and 4 left. Mercury has 3 and 8. All right, Aaron.
okay, Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, played by Alan Ruck.
Oof.
Oh, this is hard now.
4 from me. I don't like him. He was a dick when he was younger. I have a big problem with his face. I know he lent the car and all that stuff, and
He lent them I mean, he had a lot of, you know,
he was wearing a Red Wings jersey the whole time. I can't be bothered with it. I can't be bothered.
Well, it would be the equivalent if you lived by you, you'd wear an Islanders jersey. Same thing took place it was Detroit, right? Or was it Chicago? No, Chicago.
Yeah, it was Chicago, and he's wearing a Red Wings jersey. Just tells you how much of a dick he is.
Yeah.
That's true. All right.
Oh,
Well, at least was he supportive when with Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago?
I don't really remember.
You don't remember that
He
movie?
played the cop. He played the cop on the other line.
Very
He was
good.
like,
See,
Sergeant Peterson. Yeah.
He was decent. I got him in at number 4. That's not too bad.
You're going to be surprised by this, but I don't rank Ferris Bueller's Day Off very high on my list of great films.
Yeah, no,
Doesn't surprise anybody.
Yeah, I don't. Your taste
You don't
in
like
movies.
classics.
You don't like. Yeah, you're not a big classics guy.
I like the classics, but I just
Casablanca. Wait, you like that one?
Yeah, it's okay.
That's okay.
Cuddles.
3.
Yay.
That's
Wow.
good.
All
Yeah,
right,
I got him at 4. Where'd you
2
have him?
left. What do you have left?
Again, my
1?
number 1 is a
You
Vince.
save your 1 too much. Cuddles.
I know.
1.
You too. You're another one who saves the 1 too
No,
much.
I don't. I didn't save my number 1. I never save my 1.
This is gonna be rough. Whoever this is
I
my number
know,
1
we are
sidekick.
Fucking weird.
It better be
No,
Rodney
continue.
Dangerfield. Oh, not
Who's
Rodney.
the sidekick?
Chuck Norris. Remember the movie
From
Sidekicks?
Sidekicks.
Yeah.
I thought about that too. I was like, I wonder if Aaron would do this.
You know,
All right,
continuing the full moon night that this has been, I'm going to do a little bit more commentary, which I usually don't do. But I
Mhm.
feel, could Ferris exist if he didn't have Cameron? You know what I mean? Like, he's so bold, and I think it's because he knows that Cameron loves him no matter what. You know, like, they always seem to have those personalities always seem to have, I don't know. All right, maybe
Plus,
I'm putting
there's-
him a little higher than I.
No,
maybe
there's
I'm
that-
with my hand. I just like him.
There's
Okay.
that whole theory that Cameron
Yeah.
is they're split personalities, and Cameron and Ferris are the same person.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
a
didn't know that.
go down the rabbit hole with that one on your
Yeah,
own.
there's a whole big thing with that.
That's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Do they
that,
do they start a fight club in a basement?
They should.
yes, they do.
Where do you think Fight Club got their idea from? All right, last one.
The last one is Samwise, played by Sean Astin in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, absolutely.
Ugh, I hate
There's
that.
a sidekick.
Oh, this stinks. I got that at number 2. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you see.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
All right,
So
so
it has to
Frodo
be-
has to carry the ring miles and miles and miles. Sam jumps in immediately and is like, "I'm going with you. I got you." And he walks
Aw.
with him the whole way. He fights off things for him. He carries him. He's like, "I got, I'm ride or die with Frodo."
Do
And
not
then
go.
Aw.
That's a good.
Frank.
What's that?
Do not go, or I
not-
cannot follow.
Where I cannot follow. Yeah, he's very loyal, and he's very. I'm with you right to the end. No problem. I
Okay.
got you.
All right, so I'm happy then.
Yeah,
They carry
I'm
rings.
good with him as number 1. That's a good choice.
Yeah. I put that's above Garth on my list, and that makes my list a complete failure.
Oh no!
He's a good sidekick, man. I'm telling you. If you've ever watched the movies, you know, as Frodo's best friend sidekick, you can't do better. He's like, I got you. I'm gonna fight for you. I'm with you through the end. I'm never gonna betray you. The whole thing.
Are you saying he's the Cameron of Lord of the Rings? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying he's the Garth of Wayne's World.
Does he wear
To play?
a Red Wings jersey?
He does not.
Frodo
Just-
couldn't have gotten far without Sam. Mercury wants
Exactly.
to know what's the character's name. Was it Sam?
Sam. Yeah. Samwise Gamgee.
Christine says, I wish I had him at number 1.
See? Telling you.
I
He's loyal without a fault.
I had a lot of fun. I just want to thank you guys, and I just want to let you know, both the people on the air and in the chat, I would happily be a sidekick to
Oh.
any of you.
No.
See that?
Aw.
Way to go, Aaron. Thank you. Great job with both
Yes.
of these
I did. I
blind
love
top
these.
5s. Yeah. Everybody loves them. You did a great
Awesome.
job. Thank you, hon.
Aw.
So are you happy with your list, Aunt?
She just Janine does. She just,
Ah,
just bounced.
for her.
No, I think it's a shit list because Garth should have been higher. One mistake and the whole thing is
where's
ruined.
Garth on your list?
3. And Lord
That's
of the
pretty
Rings guy
high.
is number 2. Nah,
That's
shit,
high.
I called you out for not having balls, and I did the same thing. I put him at number 3.
I got a good list. I think my Silent Bob. I can't with Silent Bob.
Oh, that's a proud number 1. I nailed that one. That's the number
that
1.
sucks.
He's the greatest.
I seriously want you to talk about me one day the way you lovingly talk about Silent Bob.
Mm.
I got
Love that.
Silent Bob.
Well, he's just done more for me.
What does he? He doesn't do anything. He just
He
stands
didn't stick
there.
me with 2 kids. I'll tell you that. That's immediately nobody's gonna
Ooh.
fight. That's
You're
he's
not
got that
stuck
on
with
her.
anything.
He's got that on her. He didn't. You know. He didn't whisper in my ear, "Don't worry, it'll be okay." And then
Oh,
the next thing I know, you know,
That's
I'm at the doctor's office, you know, for an ultrasound.
It's brutal.
But he never did that to me. I'm not going to
saying
say
that
who
as
did because I'm classier than to name names, Frank. But I'm going to leave it there.
Was it me?
No, it wasn't you.
Here's my sidekick.
Oh, look at that guy! Come on now.
There he is. This is my sidekick, Dexter.
Look at Dexter. Adorable.
He's a good boy.
Adorable. Well, listen, if you want that beautiful dog to eat, go buy Oval. Link in the description below. Because if not, that beautiful little face is going to starve. I'm talking about the dog, not Frank.
This one too.
The show was so much better when the dog was here.
All right, isn't it? Next time we'll have him on more.
Can I tell you something without hurting your feelings? It feels empty now and lonely.
I agree. Whenever he's not right next to me, I don't know what I'm doing. The world doesn't make sense.
He's your little sidekick, buddy. That's adorable. All right, that's it for us. Go get that Oval. Link in the description below. Everything else is there as well. We will catch you guys on Friday.
Show me potato salad.
You heard that right.
What?
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.